On this episode, I jump a little forward in time as my Sunday episode will take you back to a South Texas beach and then a night in a ghost town. But I couldn't wait to show you one of the most amazing places I've been as we enter New Mexico. Good morning. Walmart parking lot was a little loud, but uneventful. I'm sitting here in front of Oil Changers because it is time. Strangely, I put a lot more mileage on my car than I used to when I used to hardly drive it. And then we're going for a car wash because I still have clay caked onto the bottom of my vehicle and it's just really grimy. So it's a bit of an administration day. And then we're going to go do the scenic road over El Paso, looking into Mexico, and then we're on to White Sands National Park. All of this from here to the car wash scenic route is 2 hours and 47 minutes. But we get to walk around at the scenic route because I try not to sit for 3 hours at a time. As many of you know, it's just a back issue. So yeah, we got, we did have a funny thing though with poor Buddy. His air tag, which beeps, went off. And the hilarious thing is it was still dark at Walmart and I'm trying to find the air tag in this car. I don't know it's his. I don't know what's beeping. I could be, you know, I've got a battery operated vacuum and some other stuff. And I thought the sound keeps moving. Like I heard it here a minute ago, but every time I moved Buddy, I then realized I have an air tag on him. In case he were to ever be separated from me, I would know exactly where he was. I have one on the vehicle, one on my car keys, and one in my computer bag. So at all times, but I guess something went wrong with it and you can't turn this kind off. It's not actually air tag, it's a knockoff. So it's in the garbage bag. But poor Buddy was shaking and I didn't know what it was. So the other thing that I found out this morning, and I'll put pictures in this, is when I was leaving Marfa, Texas, I saw an enormous white, look like, you know, a helium balloon, but it was enormous. So this morning when I was waiting for the sun to come up, I Googled what I had seen, and it's amazing technology because they're all along the US-Mexican border, and it's called TAR. I'll write in here what that stands for. But basically, it can scope out 200 miles and see if there are any boats or people coming in and send that information to the Border Patrol who are on the ground. And so right outside of Marfa, I was driving along and saw this big thing on the horizon and I couldn't figure out what it was. But so they send it up in the air, tethered. At this point, it was down on the ground, but they send it up tethered and then it scopes out that section of the American-Mexican border. So probably within, I would say, an hour and a half, depending on how long services take, I will be seeing Mexico on the, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but Ciudad Juarez. I'll be looking at that city, and Buddy and I will be on the basically top of El Paso, and then we will pass through to go to White Sands. So big day ahead. Buddy's getting over his trauma of beeping. And the other thing is, a lot of people ask me how he sleeps. I mean, it was cold again last night. Weather's about to change, but he was asking, everyone was sort of like, oh, how's Buddy doing? So I took a picture of him because he's doing very well. And when he gets cold, he snuggles under the blankets and, you know, we're comfortable until we have to get out of the vehicle and out from under the blankets. So he's fine, loves his life. He's, I don't want to wake him up because he's nice and calm now, but he's sleeping in his bucket seat given to me by my friend Andre so that he's raised up and he can see everything. I'll take a picture when I don't want to wake him up right now because he'll get all excited to meet these people who are going to take care of our vehicle. But I'll put a picture in. And yeah, he's fine. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny. The weather is changing, and also where I am going is changing. So I think we have one more cold night. And oh, and if you're looking at that, had a little oopsie daisy. Nothing major, but you know, things happen. Oh, here comes the guy. Thanks. Bye. After coming back down from the scenic drive, it was about an hour and a half to a much different view. So White Sands National Park, it is truly magnificent. It's more than 145,000 acres of gypsum crystals that were formed at the beginning in the Ice Age. It's also surrounded by a missile testing facility, and sometimes they actually have to close the road if a missile goes off. It's fascinating. There's also a military base near here, and then a small hub where there are, you know, hotels and little restaurants and things like that. But people spend all day here. There are a number of picnic areas with shelter when it's hot. It is not hot now. It was a pretty chilly day, but that didn't take away from how beautiful this entire site is.